Welcome to Team Bandwagon,
where it is okay to jump ship,
but not okay to lose.
Jump on Team Bandwagon
and never lose again.
You are now listening to Team Bandwagon Never Lose Again podcast. And now for your hosts, Jamaal Brown and Nicholas Garcia.
And Miguelito.
Miguelito. The cowboy cheerleader.
Wow. Yeah. That was cold.
Wow. Give him a little tube top and a skirt.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome everybody to episode 44 of Team Bandwagon.
What's happening, everybody?
So we got two special guests. First of all, if you can't tell, Jamaal is back.
Am I considered as guest? Because I just heard somebody say your
No,
host
this is
Jamaal
my
Brown
show
and
now.
Nicholas Garcia.
This is my show now. There's been a hostile takeover and there's been a coup while you were gone. Like the Turkish government, there's been a coup.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
What is going on? What is going on? For
And
3
then-
seconds, I leave and I come back.
And I've got a small rebel ally in Miguel coming on the show.
What's going on, people?
Miguel Morales is one of the first followers of Team Bandwagon's podcast.
Yeah,
He's
is.
a big fan. He's been following us for a long time.
He's a bandwagon patriarch.
I like the show. Love the show. Different when Jamaal skips episodes.
We only skipped one, and that was the one that Nick and Angel was giving me grief on when our mics was terrible. I'm not putting out terrible quality. You want me to put out terrible quality? I can. You know, it's just gonna be like, why did they play this one? I'm like, I told you. Delays and
yeah, it did come out pretty bad. We were just having
not as
fun
bad
with
as that other one we did. Remember the one with our first? No. Our first.
Oh my gosh!
Our
Don't
first,
even get me started.
It sounded like robots. I'm like,
And then of course there's always our first boxing segment too.
yeah, but that was our fault.
That was our fault. That wasn't sound
That
quality.
wasn't.
That was bad show host quality.
Yeah, that was like, so I didn't even know who was fighting, the announcers.
We both sounded like, remember Sergio Dip, the guy from ESPN last year? I'll have to pull up the clip and send it to you later. Most people know who I'm talking about. Sergio Dip. He last year, the first opener for the Broncos. It was the most awkward opener to talk about a football game ever. Yeah, it's really bad. It totally redeems us in our boxing segment.
That's hilarious.
So Miguel's here. A lot of football. A lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
A lot to talk about today.
Wait.
A good
Before
episode
we start, who is your favorite team? Your football team?
We gotta go there, but it's the Cowboys.
He's a big Cowboys fan.
It's a Cowboys fan. So I'm
So
excited.
2 weeks in a row we've had Cowboy fans on.
Right? What's going on here? This is the Team Bandwagon show. We're not on the Cowboys bandwagon.
We're coming back, bro. We're coming back.
You coming
They
back?
made the playoffs and they're coming back. They won a playoff game.
Oh,
and
they
they're
won a
coming
playoff
back.
game.
That's what it is.
Yeah, they're in the same boat as KC, right?
Hey, the last year they won was the same year my daughter was born, so it was a great year. Which
Wow.
was 95.
She's 50 years old now.
That's cold, bro. I can't even laugh at that. Man, that's cold. That's cold. But the Cowboys finally won a playoff game. And like we talked about, we live in Southern California. That Rams stadium had a lot of Cowboy fans in it. So, I mean, it's just the culture that we live in right now that Cowboy fans are everywhere you go.
It is. I don't know. I don't know why people enjoy losing though. I just don't get it. You know, I just don't get it. But anywho, we have some social shout outs. Wait, go back to top. Go back to your. Isn't this your man's right here, bro? Isn't this your
Dude,
boy?
we will talk about it during the conference championship. We talk about it later.
Bro.
But
Isn't this your boy?
I'm not
though?
even gonna get started, okay? I'm gonna give a hint of what we're gonna talk about later. Patrick Mahomes, 3 touchdown passes. Tom Brady, 2 interceptions.
Oh my goodness. Who got the dub though?
Okay, so we're more of a team effort. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
It's a great team effort.
But yeah, that's your man's.
That should be a picture of Sony Michel with Patrick Mahomes on his shoulders. Or Sony Michel with Tom Brady sitting on his shoulders.
Dude, this is a perfect representation of how I felt about Patrick Mahomes all year. Like, he's dope, but like, man, Tom Brady's his pops, man. Like it reminds me, Jimmy Butler's your father.
That's all I kept thinking about before we recorded today, and I kept seeing this meme, and I was like, Tom Brady is your father. That kept going through my head. I pictured Steph saying it. Because Steph does it so well when he's on our show. Jimmy Butler is your father.
That was awesome. I found that on Twitter just for you.
Of course you did.
I found it on Twitter and then I posted it and like I seen a bunch of people posting stuff on Facebook. I'm like, did they steal it from us? But we stole it first. But
Right.
No, they posted before I posted. So I'm like,
Stole it from the thieves.
There you go. You know. On the next one, I want to give a shout out to David Ortega. David Ortega, what's up, man? He posted a picture of the Rams. He's a big Rams fan, so he posted a picture of the Rams, and then like it was just like dialogue upon dialogue, just trash talk upon trash talk. And so I jumped on there. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm on the Rams bandwagon. Yeah, woohoo, yeah, good job. And then somebody posted a picture of like a Ram. He was wearing a Rams jersey, but was waving a yellow flag. And I was like, is that the flag that should have been thrown? And it just got heated. But somebody's in there talking smack. Big smack talker. And then David posts this because the guy's a Cowboy fan.
That's gold, bro.
And I was like, oh, game over. Like, there's no coming back from that. So,
That's
David,
pretty gold.
Yeah, I'm not messing with David.
Was David the one wearing the Gurley jersey yesterday? I think I saw him in the parking lot.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah,
I didn't see him yesterday in person. I was just dialoguing back and forth. But yeah, I'm not messing with David online, social media. No. I'm not about to get destroyed. Like
Jamaal said, "You're the king.
Yes.
You're the king."
I seen that. I was in tears, man. Oh my goodness.
You gotta love people who have mastered the clapbacks of Twitter and Facebook and all that, man. That's what sports are all about, because it brings us together one way or another. Either we're rooting for the same team, or I'm trash talking you into oblivion.
Right, and it's not the like is I guess volume versus quality. Like people have volume, like like they'll rattle on with a bunch of like insults, but you have that one golden nugget and it's like game over. Like here's the golden bullet.
It's like a Salt Bay,
right?
So that's gold, man. I was wondering where you got that from. Yeah, that is a gold that social media nugget right there. I love it. I think that's gonna be my Facebook profile picture.
or his.
Really?
And this is a commercial of Kelsey. I really enjoyed this commercial. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
Well, he's so the McDonald's commercials, like they're fantasizing about something while they're getting their food, So Travis Kelsey scores a touchdown. He does this funny like dance.
Okay.
And then like the guy at the register is like, sir, and he snaps back and he's at the counter, but he's doing the dance though, and the dance is hilarious. So I'm like, oh, I enjoy it. It's a fun commercial. But somebody took that and said, here's your 2 L's that you ordered.
That's cold, bro. That's
hot and ready for you, man. Hot and ready, L.
I like Travis Kelsey.
I do too. I like him.
He's a fun, good dude. Stays out of trouble. Goes out there and just gets touchdowns. But that's a good meme as well.
Yeah,
good meme as well.
I like memes with stories behind them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The commercial is good though.
Yeah. I gotta watch it. Apparently, I'm lagging on the commercials. I'm sure I'll be all caught up by the time the Super Bowl's over with all the Super Bowl commercials. I'm sure coming out.
Yeah,
so.
We got some good commercials coming out too.
We do got some good commercials coming out. We got some stuff coming up.
We're jumping on the commercial bandwagon.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey man, that's how we got to get our followers up too. Apparently, we need to hire David Ortega.
Yes, the ultimate clapback. I will pay money to hire that dude.
So Miguel, I just kind of introduced Miguel onto the show a little bit. He's a Cowboy fan. One of the teams that is good, just not good enough. Your college team is Notre Dame. It's another team, man.
Wait. You just can't just skip over the insult. That was a pretty good insult.
But it dives right into my next segment.
Right?
I don't even know this. When's the last time Notre Dame won a national title? I know it's been a while.
Back when like Rudy was on the team, right?
Rudy. That's cold, bro.
I want to say it was just around the same time as the Cowboys, about 23 years ago, something like
Jamal's
that.
pulling it up.
He
But
is, he
I
is.
know they were in the national title with Manti Te'o. I remember that year, but they didn't belong there. They made that very clear.
It's been at least 20 years, at least. Probably
Yeah.
long, maybe a little bit longer than that. But
The main reason I like Notre Dame is that year Kentucky was going on a perfect run. They were the
most
team that knocked
recent
them out.
Win came in 1988 under head coach Lou Holtz.
So it's been 30 years officially.
Yeah,
This is the 31st year.
30 years.
That's man. But they've stayed competitive. They need to join a conference already though. I feel like that's a cop out by them staying out of a conference every year.
yeah.
Are they? They're not.
They're the only major school that's not in a conference.
That's stupid. Then what are they doing?
They don't have. They get to choose who their opponents are every year.
Ringing a bell. Sanctuary. Sanctuary.
Because they get the same opponents every year. They'll play like an ACC team. They'll play Pitt. They play Michigan. They play USC. I think that's it.
Well, and this is going on a little side trail here. Do you know how that whole USC game started?
No, I don't.
It was back in the day, the two head coaches' wives.
You want to talk to the mic?
The two head coaches' wives, the one from Notre Dame, hated the snow. So she wanted to come out to Southern California, and she told her husband, why don't you get a game against one of the teams from out there? And that's how that whole rivalry
No
started.
kidding.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
That's how
I
that
had
whole-
no idea.
that's
A little
how
bit
that
of
whole
history
rivalry
for you there, folks.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a
Hey,
little
I
bit.
like that. This is
little
our
30.
theme
And
today.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
I'm a chef, and I don't know that. No.
No, it's too fancy for you.
Yeah, it's just
Too
no.
much flavor.
You know,
Literally,
you're good.
literally and figuratively, too much flavor. For
That meme video is like 3 years old. I still find it hilarious.
Well, he's like active, like he's like he's producing content, like he's hanging out with celebrities.
This
like,
stuff is gold, bro. I saw one a few months ago. It's probably my favorite one now. This dude took an elevator to the second floor to put cheese on his macaroni and cheese and poured it from the second floor to make his food.
that's common.
This guy is ridiculous, but this stuff is gold. But a little bit of Notre Dame history for you there. That's cool, man.
Yeah, that's how that whole rivalry started. Was the two wives got together and like usual, they turned around, told their husbands what to do, and they said okay.
My boss is a Notre Dame fan, so I need to watch how much smack I talk.
Yeah, you watch it, buddy. All right, because he definitely watches his show, right?
She.
She. Oh, what's up, she? How are you? Nick needs a raise. Cause I can vouch for him. He's a good guy.
Notre Dame, fighting Irish. So, Notre Dame. We got to talk about the Cowboys. Any other teams we should know about?
We skipped over the Cowboys, but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine with skipping over 'em.
Oh no,
Yeah, yeah.
it's another team you like. I can dog. I hate your third team. It's
What?
another Irish team.
Well, bro, you just
The Celtics?
I'm gonna buy your son's little jersey.
No, that ain't happening.
I think Miguel.
I need a good fire starter.
I think Miguel watches our show and say, okay, anything. He's the anti-team bandwagon. So
Actually,
anything we enjoy, he's like, I have to crush it.
actually, believe it or not, for some odd reason, I get a lot of crazy talk over it, but I like most of the Eastern teams. Like my baseball team's the Chicago White Sox.
That doesn't surprise me because you like the Cowboys and you like to lose. You like punishment. So that doesn't surprise me.
You know, the Chicago White Sox, the Celtics.
The White
Cowboys,
Sox?
yes.
The White Sox are terrible.
There's no rhythm to rhyme. There's none.
The only
Dallas, Chicago, Boston. Where's Notre Dame located? I always forget.
South Bend, Indiana.
That's it. Okay.
They're in South Bend?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Good to know.
the only LA team that I have always rooted for and always will is the LA Kings. Other than
I thought you were going to say the Dodgers. I
That's
was
what I
going
thought
to
you
say
said,
because
too.
you're Mexican. But that would have been
Los
racist.
Doyers.
That would have been racist.
Los Doyers.
No, what's it called? Is the LA Kings. That's the only. I've never been able to get into that whole Laker thing or
So,
anything else.
Magic or Bird?
Bird.
Get out. Get out of
He
get
said,
out of
"Get
here
out."
right now. That is the show's over.
Blasphemy.
Show's over. Disconnected.
Best player of all time, Bill Russell, bro.
It's all good. You know what? It was a good rivalry. I think that was a solid.
It's a
rivalry.
great rivalry.
Yeah.
It's definitely going Boston's favor right now, right? Because they both fell apart at the same time. The year Boston traded all their stars to get those draft picks. The Lakers fell apart the same year. Boston's bounced back. The Lakers are still yet to bounce back.
Boston's bounced back, but they still have some. I think we're in the same boat. They're just a little bit higher on their playoff rankings, I guess, going into the playoffs. But they still have some
Don't you feel like they're more complete than the Lakers, though? Because look how bad the Lakers are since LeBron got hurt.
Yeah, but still, like, I don't think they have enough firepower to overcome Raptors. They just been freaking losing to LeBron every year. You know, like, they have some people they don't have a one-way ticket to the finals. They still have to
No. I'm not comparing them to, like, Golden State or, like you said, even at Toronto right now. I do think they still have plenty of time to figure it out and beat Toronto going into the playoffs. I think they're overall the most talented team in the East. But I think there's just so much locker room turmoil. I think that's their biggest issue. But all I'm saying is when you look at Tatum, Brown, Irving, Rozier, all these guys, they are by far a more complete team than the Lakers.
I think their system is less toxic than ours.
Absolutely.
After we just, are going through whatever we're going through. And we're still going through it because they're talking about firing Luke now.
And Ball is out 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, my Lord.
Ball
And
out
then,
now?
Yeah,
Ball's
he
out.
high ankle sprain, level stage 3.
And we almost beat the Rockets, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was so mad. I hate James Harden, man.
I can't stand
I
James
can't
Harden.
stand that dude.
He's the new Blake Griffin.
Yeah, he is.
Gets away with so much. It's insane.
Oh, my goodness.
But whatever. But okay, so we got to talk about Miguel's teams. He's a little all over the place. I think the definition of bandwagonry.
Wow.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
We all about the bandwagon is never lose again. I don't know what I don't know what bandwagon he's on,
That's
but it's
true.
not.
He's a little all over the place.
we're on two different trains heading two different.
Right. two different
Destinations.
directions, yeah.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I guess he's not a Cubs
I guess he's
fan,
on.
so
I
it's
guess he's
all right.
on Bruce Winless's bandwagon. Never win again. Shout out Bruce Winless.
Right?
Well, so I guess that's a good opener. We can jump into. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and then we can talk about what we all know we came here to talk about: the conference championship. So we'll be right back.
With 2 in trouble, forced out and in. Unbelievable.
Get the latest info on Never Lose Again podcast, Bandwagon Nation, and much more by following us on Twitter at Never Lose Again, where the E's are 3s. Jump on Team Bandwagon. Never lose again.
So this game was interesting.
It was.
It was interesting.
Very, very, very interesting.
Both games went into overtime. Like, can we just talk about how great football was yesterday really quick?
It was.
Before we talk about the scores of these games. Obviously a missed call that was everybody wants to talk about. Great performances by all 4 teams. But, man, can we just talk about how blessed we were with some good football yesterday?
It was, going into the weekend, I knew, like, these are the top 4 teams in the NFL right now. Like, everybody who's here is supposed to be here. Nobody
it was
made
1
by
and 2,
accident.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Which was great.
And then we got to see both pairs of games get played earlier in the season,
Yep.
and they were remarkable
They were
games,
rematches,
you
yep.
know? And so I knew going in, it can be either way, both games, you know? And so I was leaning more towards the Rams just because of their defense.
Yeah.
And
Defense has actually showed up in the last 2 weeks.
yeah. And Gurley played like 5 snaps.
Well, that's something I put on my notes, actually. Gurley carried the ball 4 times for 10 yards, 1 catch for 3 yards.
Is he hurt?
Not to my understanding. I know C.J. Anderson has been playing awesome, but I don't understand how you don't give the ball to Todd Gurley.
Because they rode him all season.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, we're moving on. Like,
The only thing I can think, I know he had that high ankle sprain that they sat him out for week 16, but supposedly he's been healthy ever since then. And then you had week 17, he did play. Bye week, he played last week. And
but
then
even last week they didn't use him that much.
Right. They're using C.J. Anderson. And all I can think is maybe they're just riding the hot hand. I
Probably.
don't know. But it's amazing when you have arguably the best running back in football and you're not using him.
Well, I can see that. If they're riding a hot hand, they're using what works. Don't break what's not broken. Or
True.
Is that the same? I don't think that's the same.
Don't fix what's not broken.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's
and plus, they picked C.J. Anderson up late, so he's fresh.
He's very fresh.
He's fresh.
Can we talk about what a good story that is? I know I talked about it last week, but cut from 3 different teams this season, and now he's going to the Super Bowl. Like, how awesome is that? And he's leading the Rams in carries. He's leading the Rams in rushing yards since he's been there. It's a pretty cool story, dude.
It is a really cool story. Very cool story. So, have you seen a picture of him in college? I think it was like 6 years ago.
No.
6 years ago, he's probably about my frame.
No kidding.
he's like two, maybe he's a little bit taller, so like 220.
Man.
But yeah, he definitely.
Somebody bulked up.
He's definitely packed on like at least 100 pounds.
Well, even in Denver, he was a nobody at first. I remember that year he only ended up playing because their 2 starting running backs got hurt. And then he just blew up, of course, and he just became the starting running back from there. But I think he got benched again, and I can't remember for the life of me. And that dude got hurt the following year, and C.J. Anderson, here he comes, just trucking in, getting them touchdowns. It helps when you have Peyton Manning throwing the football, because then you can't guard the run as well. But he's a really good running back, and I am glad, even if this ends up being his last run, which I don't think it will be, what a way to go out. Because Denver gave up on him. Carolina gave up on him. Oakland didn't even give him a week and a half before they cut him. And here he is with the L.A. Rams going to the Super Bowl.
So, Carolina, Oklahoma, Oakland, and who else?
Denver cut him before the season started.
Those are all dysfunctional teams.
Absolutely.
Of course they're not going to,
Well, Denver had a good running game this year, to their defense.
But their coaching was
horrendous. Which he's fired now.
Yeah.
And if they can get their offense going next year, they have 2 great running backs going into next season as well. So you almost can understand it. You got to bring in the young guys, even if you think your starting running back is good. Why Oakland cut him is what I really can't figure out.
Well, why is Oakland doing what Oakland's doing anyways?
Right?
Like, there's no rhyme. Talk about rhyme or reason. There's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
They're all East Coast bandwagon hopping.
What we're talking about right now is it reminds you of the classic playground situation where it's like the one kid that nobody wants to pick. Or he's left out there till the end.
Yeah, literally, he's the fat kid at the end that nobody wants to pick.
But then you find out he can play,
right? It's like, oh,
and then all of a sudden,
how did we miss out on this guy?
You're playing kickball, you see him kick that ball, and you're like, why did we pick you at the end? Why were you not picked first?
Yeah. It reminds me of another guy that went in the 15th round in fantasy football. His name was Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but he didn't win this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was on his dad's shoulders right now.
But he was
taking
legit
pictures,
though, right?
Taking family pictures.
So, one of the interesting stats to kind of open up this game, the Rams trailed the entire game until 5:03 left in the fourth quarter. They finally tied it. Took their first lead, obviously, when they won in overtime. I mean, hell of a comeback, right?
It was an ugly game, man.
You think so?
It was an ugly game, both sides. I was a little disappointed. I thought it was gonna be more of a shootout.
Okay.
But I know Breeze wasn't playing good. Breeze hasn't been playing good the past couple games. Goff, I told you my reservations I've had for the Rams, and this was a perfect situation for them. Where the other team was struggling, so it's kind of like, all right, who's gonna make the last play?
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna get the completions that they need? And so Rams came through. Rams got saved with some officiating. We'll talk about that, I guess. But they got saved by their kicker twice.
They also have the best kicker in football. They have the best kicker in football by far.
So I give it to them. They got it. Looking at the Super Bowl, I don't know if that's gonna fly. Getting saved, but it could be a stalemate, and it could be a kicker situation. That's how New England and Buffalo, fought it out this year.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh gosh, what was his name? Adam Vinatieri is obviously not the Patriots kicker anymore. He's still over there in Indianapolis. Tells you how long he's been in the league. He was the guy who hit the game-winning field goal against the Rams in 2002.
Who does the what's the Patriots kicker now?
Gostkowski. Gostkowski, who is a better kicker than Vinatieri. He's probably not better than O2 Vinatieri, but he's better than Vinatieri. He's a really good
shout
kicker.
out to kickers, man.
The guys who don't get credit for playing football.
Yeah, what's the old dude name on the Seattle on
Janikowski. Man, I have not obviously not paid as much attention to football this year because I saw him 2 weeks ago when they lost the game to the Cowboys. I'm like, is that the thing that ate Sebastian Janikowski?
Well, he was on the Rams last year because I remember I had him as my kicker on Fantasy League.
They picked him up when what's his name, Greg Zerlin got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and so then he pulled a muscle or something in that Cowboy game. And if he was healthy, I think they would have won.
Well, he is the all-time leading scorer for the Raiders. He played for the Raiders, I think, for 11 years. And kicking. I mean, the dude can kick. Yeah. I think he's made a 65-yard field goal once in his career. The dude can kick. Probably not like that anymore.
No.
But old age got to him a little bit.
Yeah. So shout out to kickers. The Saints, man. The Saints. Even that game against the Cowboys was like disappointing. You know,
mean against
like,
the Eagles?
No.
Oh, the Cowboys game earlier this season.
Yeah, they played them against.
Yeah, they played really bad.
They played really bad, and so, but then like they're blowing other teams out, So it was like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, like whichever one.
I feel like the way they played them yesterday, though, Kamara didn't blow up.
He didn't.
Breeze had a hard time getting the ball to Michael Thomas, which are really his main two weapons, and Ingram didn't play well. So I feel like there's no way of absolutely stopping the Saints because they're that explosive, but keeping three guys from blowing up against you should be easier than the first 8 weeks of the season made it look.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas is the only legitimate receiver they have on that team. So really, you should find a way to slow him down.
And then they didn't have tight ends to throw to. Both of the tight ends, one of them got hurt like a couple weeks ago, and another one was declared inactive before the game. Mm-hmm. And so They have flashes of potential, especially on a few drives. It just wasn't consistent, Yeah. I think the Rams adjusted well, and the Saints didn't.
It's interesting too because we've talked about that all season. The Rams have not played good defense all season.
No,
they did last week. They played really good defense.
They did,
and they played really good defense against this Saints team. And the main thing is their corners aren't that great. We really thought the corners were going to be awesome. Marcus Peters got upset over what Sean Payton said earlier this year. Oh, I'll take Michael Thomas against Marcus Peters all day, and that's why they were jawing at each other yesterday. But he's right. Marcus Peters has not panned out the way they thought he was going to. Talib is old.
Terrible. Yeah.
Talib is old. He's not what he used to be. He's still a smart corner. You want that kind of guy out there. But their corners aren't as tough as we thought they were going to be this year. But where the Rams defense has stepped up, and they're finally starting to play to that, is they have the best pass rush in the NFL.
The duo.
You have Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh, and Suh had, 2 sacks yesterday?
Those are some grown men.
That's not fair. You have the league's sack leader in Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh both sitting there in the middle, and then you have Dante Fowler sitting on the outside.
Bro, imagine if they get back next year.
Oh, my gosh.
That will talk about the purple people eaters.
and I mean, the main reason why they're so scary right now is Donald got paid. Suh is willing to take a pay cut because he's a little bit older, and Dante Fowler is still on his rookie contract. So they can afford these guys right now.
Yeah.
And what we talked about earlier this year as well is this is why they have to win now.
Yeah.
Fowler's contract is coming up next year. Peters' contract will come up soon. Goff and Gurley both got paid last year. A lot of these guys are going to want to start getting paid. So if they're going to win, they got to do it now.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens in 2 weeks against the Patriots.
Well, I think, too, like I've been talking about this all year, as far as teams being in perfect positions. Like Cowboys were in perfect position because their division was so horrendous.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't say the Rams were, but just the NFC in general. Like the Vikings didn't do good this year. You know, Green Bay didn't do good this year. Like they left a lot of room open for teams to come up and surprise.
Totally.
And so, definitely perfect scenario. Super Bowl is a whole different story. We can get into that later. But I think in order to capitalize on winning now, they did a good job doing it.
Yeah, and I'm happy for them. So, Breeze played well. We talked about Gurley didn't hit the ball much. C.J. Anderson Game went into overtime. Good comeback by the Rams. So I guess now we can get into what gets sticky and
It's the call.
talk about possibly the worst missed call in playoff history.
One of the worst because it's been quite a few.
It's been quite a few,
It's
right?
been quite a few.
And I mean, even the Patriots game yesterday, you had a lot of tough calls for the refs to make. 2 challenges went the Patriots' way in the fourth quarter. I know Chiefs fans are going to be talking about that. I think the Edelman call was the right one.
Yeah, he definitely didn't touch that ball.
What was the other challenge?
It was something about an interception or a catch or something like that that didn't go their way. Is that the one you're talking about?
Oh, it was the Chris Hogan catch. And they probably were both the right call. The only problem I had with the Edelman call is I didn't feel there was enough evidence to overturn it. That's the only problem I have with it. Maybe
the punt?
Right. Maybe he touched it. Maybe he didn't.
Well,
I didn't feel there was enough evidence to take the call back.
Well, all the angles show that he didn't. Well, there was 2 angles that show that he didn't touch it.
But you
it
can't.
was
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I think it was too close to take the call away. But if you're going to take it away, fine. My only issue.
They can't call it in the middle of the Chiefs grabbing the ball and scoring a touchdown.
True.
Because
that's true. No, in that sense, you're right. We can talk more about that when we talk about the AFC Championship. But this call, what was so bad about it, there were so many reasons. It was a blatant hit. Initially, when you watch it in real time, it happened so fast, you kind of go, well, did he touch it when he hit him? But the clear replay, where the ref was standing, he's literally right in front of them. The ball was not even near the receiver, and it was a blatant hit. I mean, it was bad. No flag.
It was really bad. And guess what's, like you said, there's so many levels of wrongness to this. But what's the icing on the cake is the defender saying, yeah, that was passing interference. The dude admits it.
Can you believe that?
He admits it. I can see, but I guess that's kudos to him because, I don't enjoy watching liars,
Be a grown man about it.
I don't know what happened,
We won.
But Golden Tate, I think it was one catch or something where he was like, yeah, I caught it or something. I'm like, dude, you're not. Shut up.
Yeah.
But kudos to him. But just still, this icing on the cake, the last punch, where it's the dude admits it, yeah, I do it, and I looked at the ref, he didn't call nothing. Let's move on.
Yeah. On one hand, I say it goes with playing football. On the other hand, though, in this big of a game, the ref's got to be ready. Don't have your flag in your hand because you might get excited and throw the flag when you know. But be prepared.
Oh, touchdown.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to call for that flag.
Yeah, or they go back and pick it up. They're like, no flag.
There's plenty of plays that have happened like that, right?
Yeah, no flag.
There's no flag.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Right?
And to get on my soapbox for a minute, in the 2009 season, the Tennessee Titans were the favorite to go to the Super Bowl. And when they lost to the Ravens, the play clock went off, and then 4 more seconds went by, and the Titans are all looking at the refs to blow the whistle. Joe Flacco snaps the ball, and the Titans are thinking the play is dead, and he throws it for 45 yards. They get a field goal and win the game.
It was loud, bro. They couldn't hear.
No, the refs were like, nope, there's the play. And the Titans missed a chance to go to the Super Bowl because of it.
Well, you know what? I think too, the Titans, the defense. I haven't seen this play, but my guess is, play clock goes off. Everybody's raising their hands. Defenders are like, "Oh, the ball's dead." Boom, dude runs past him. Right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what happened. They thought and yes, you play until the whistle blows.
Yeah, you got to play, man.
Which is it's bad. But the Titans should have won that game because of a missed call. Nobody was paying attention to the play clock, and that it cost the Titans a trip to the Super Bowl. So
I heard I guess not a sports announcer, but a sports guy in our field talking about. He was saying how there has been so many bad calls this season.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad.
Pretty much in this game, I will say this game because he said both games, but in this game particularly. They didn't call anything. They just swallowed their whistles.
Let them play.
Yeah, because it was some face mask stuff. Somebody posted on Twitter some random screenshots. I
saw that one too.
Honestly, I fell asleep during this game. Because like I said, it was like, you know, like it was pretty rough. You know, the Rams were down. I knew they were gonna come back, but I can't just watch the Saints just like run the ball and just play terrible. I fell asleep.
I got excited mainly because I initially checked the score. They're down 13-0. I was very busy with that part of the day. I finally get to where I could watch the game in the fourth quarter, and I see Miguel. He's watching it. So I turn on my phone, and we're both watching it. And I see the missed call. I see the comeback. I see him going into overtime. Great kick by Greg Zuerlein to tie it up. I'm like, yeah, of course he's going to make it. It's in a dome, and it's Greg Zuerlein. Of course he's going to make it. Ties the game up. The 57-yarder, you know, it's a 57-yarder. You're never sure if that's going to go down.
That was down the middle.
Perfect kick. Drew Brees, I'm not going to say it was his fault throwing the interception. He got hit as he was throwing.
Michael Thomas
unbelievable
gave up.
Yeah, it was more Michael Thomas'
He gave
fault.
up. He's all,
because here's the him and the defender bumped into each other, so it wasn't pass interference. And the guy falls on his back, and the ball literally falls in his lap. If Thomas makes a swipe at the ball, the guy doesn't catch it, you know?
Yeah.
So I agree with you. It was more Michael Thomas's fault. But credit to the Rams. Great win. They're going to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2002. And I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah. And just the audacity of the Saints, you know, Michael. And I thought this was a meme where somebody reported he came into the locker room with a stack of money and a Lombardi trophy saying like 3 more wins.
For Sean Payton.
Sean Payton.
Win 3 effing games.
Yeah. Who did I say?
You said Michael Thomas.
Whatever the coach name.
I'm like, I didn't hear about Michael Thomas bringing money.
No, the coach. I thought that was a meme. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is a joke. And then like they said it on TV, I'm like, what the heck?
And he did it with a stack of ones to try to put an emphasis on how much money it was.
What that was ridiculous. So yeah.
I mean, you're trying to pump your guys up. I get it. $250,000 will motivate me to play better, but you know.
Yeah. And ones.
I get. Hey, $250,000 is $250,000.
Yeah, the same, and they haven't been my favorite team to watch. Even like Michael Thomas with the whole cell phone thing, you know.
Oh, to the Joe Horn tribute.
Yeah. The best part, the most enjoyable thing I've watched the Saints do is Drew Brees breaking that record.
That was awesome.
Even though I don't know I forgot who they were playing, but they pretty much let him have the touchdown.
Yeah.
It's like Torto.
That was the Redskins. That was the Redskins game.
They let him have that touchdown, but that was, I guess, the most exciting part about the Saints season.
So is this it for Drew Brees?
I don't think so. I think he still has some toughness. Especially just the way he went out last year, and then this year with this call.
They're still competitive.
Yeah, I think it's just bad taste in his mouth. They definitely need some more pieces around him, you know, to make life easier.
Draft another receiver, because if you've got Michael Thomas and Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara, get another receiver out there. That offense would be unstoppable.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think it's it for Drew Brees.
What do you think, Miguel?
Might have a couple more years left. He looks good out on the field, so I say he stays on a few more.
What are the Saints' chances next year? I think the NFC South is still pretty competitive. Atlanta will probably make up their mind. You know, every other year they're good, so they weren't good this year. So Atlanta might be competitive again next year. They fired Steve Sarkisian, so they might have a good offensive coordinator. The Panthers, I think you saw glimpses of how good they can be. The Buccaneers are still a joke.
I don't know, man.
But then again, Bruce Arians went to Tampa Bay.
I don't trust any NFC team, man. Like, to be consistent.
I say watch out for Tampa Bay just because Bruce Arians is there.
But who's their quarterback?
Well, that's what we're yet to see.
Is it Fitzpatrick or even both of those
But
options?
look what Bruce Arians did with the Cardinals with Carson Palmer.
Isn't he retired?
Who?
Bruce Arians.
Yeah, but he came back, and he's going to coach Tampa Bay.
Why would you come back to coach Tampa Bay?
Why did he take the Arizona job? They were horrible back then, too.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he wanted to, coach Fitzgerald before he retired. I don't know.
Well, I think Bruce Arians can turn Tampa Bay around. I think he can.
I think you're crazy.
Well,
hey,
we'll see.
We'll see.
We've got it recorded. We've got it on tape.
Time will tell with both.
Time will tell. So, okay, the Saints may be back next year. They may be competitive again. They're going to have a tougher time because I think the Rams are still going to be tough. Of course, The Vikings still got to turn this around.
Green Bay's coming
You still
back.
got Green Bay coming back.
Seattle's going to be tough.
Yep. So they've got a long road ahead of them, but you can't count out Drew Brees. I hope he comes back so he can smash some more quarterback records. At the very least, even if he doesn't go to a Super Bowl, he might have a heck of a season next year.
Yeah, but I think that should be the goal. Like, they should sell out and get Drew Brees a ring before if anything, that should be the number one goal.
Yeah, don't go the Kobe route. Don't.
Yeah.
Just let him be exciting his last couple years, but not win.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to send him off with a bang.
Yeah. So he's 39, but he's still got it. We'll see what happens. So we're going to take another commercial break, and then we'll talk about the other very exciting football game that happened yesterday. So there's some highlights from yesterday's game.
Oh my
Help us!
That was the most. Well, that movie was pretty exciting altogether, but that was like the icing on the cake on that movie.
Bro, not only was it a phenomenal movie, it's the only good Star Wars movie that Disney's made yet. It is up there, and I still haven't wrapped my brain around if it's my new favorite Star Wars movie yet. And I'm a Star Wars nut.
Well, I think they mistitled it. It should be called Suicide Squad.
Didn't Suicide Squad came out the same year too?
Yeah. It was like a year before.
It was a golden movie. It was really good writing. But you are absolutely right. I did not see the end of that movie coming.
I did not neither.
My wife and I are watching it in the theater, and I'm like, I think Darth Vader's about to come out. Like, it's now dark, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm sitting in the theater losing my mind.
I was legit. Even though it was really short, I was
Yeah.
like, run, even though we know how it ends,
Yeah.
Like, we know what happens, but still.
But that's good writing. You have a movie that everybody knows how it's going to end, but people still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a really good movie.
Yeah. That was
Classic
legit.
movie. But, throwing Tom Brady in the mix,
Tom Brady's your father.
Tom Brady's your father. The Chiefs played such good football all season long. You knew this was going to be their toughest challenge, though. They've already lost to this team earlier this season. It wasn't as snowy as they thought it was going to be, but it was very cold. But the Patriots played it the way they came in ready. And I give credit to the Chiefs, though, too. They actually played defense in this game as well. Compared to how they played earlier this season.
Not the first half.
But even then, with how Sony Michel was moving the ball and yada, 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 to give up only 14 points in the first half is not bad.
Yeah, like
Considering wasn't the first game 47-41?
I contribute the Patriots I guess being overconfident or cocky per se to have them not come away with only 14 points, because it should have been.
I don't know, because the Chiefs played good football last week,
too. It should have been the score that they freaking did on San Diego, bro. 36 to something going into halftime.
Nah, because the Chiefs actually played defense in this game.
Dude, the interception, that was a bad call. The interception, that should have been another 14. That should have been at 7 points. And it was another, I think it was another couple bad calls where they had them punt the ball and give KC
But I think they were trying to grind out the clock. The point was to keep Mahomes off the field.
Yeah.
I think that was the point.
But the point wasn't to throw an interception in the end zone.
Well,
I'm just saying they left points on the
so
board.
I'll go ahead and do this now. I was going to save it for later, but I'll do it now.
Uh-oh.
Here's
the bomb.
Here's what bothers me about everybody, all the memes being Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady.
Even though it was Tom Brady.
Sony Michel had 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
You want to know how many Tom Brady had?
How many?
1. Tom Brady threw 46 passes and threw 1 touchdown pass. He had 2 interceptions.
Tom Brady was at the line masterminding.
Including a touchdown at, like you said, at the goal line. Or an interception at the goal line.
Adjusting to the defense. Seeing what they're giving them. Adjusting the call.
Without Sony Michel, the Patriots do not even get past the first round of the playoffs
Without
this year.
Tom Brady, seeing what the defense is giving them. Adjusting to the defense.
Sony Michel is the best running back they've had since Corey Dillon.
Sony Michel's good. I'm not saying he's not good, but I'm saying Tony, the quarterback, is leading the team.
He's the most important guy on the field. I'm not saying that, but to say
But
Tom
you-
Brady
but you
led
are
them
saying,
to a victory.
You're saying Sonny Michel's and more important than
No.
Tom Brady.
It's not even just Sony Michel. I trust me. I have plenty of numbers for you. Sony Michel, without his running ability, without what he was able to do out there, the Patriots do not win this game. I'm telling you. And actually, excuse me, Sony Michel 2 touchdowns, James White 2 touchdowns, so total of 4 rushing touchdowns. You know, and all I'm saying is we keep saying Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady. The Chiefs did not have a single point in the first half. The most explosive offense in the NFL, arguably up there with the Rams, and they did not have a single point in the first half. It was 14-0 at halftime.
Okay.
They scored 31 points in the second half.
Okay.
So why aren't we talking about the Patriots' defense? Why aren't we talking about Rob Gronkowski and how many first downs he got?
We can.
Why are we not talking about?
Let's talk about it right
So,
now.
but the Chiefs scored their first touchdown with 12:56 in the third quarter at the mark. So I mean, the Patriots defense deserves more credit. Sony Michel deserves more credit. Rob Gronkowski deserves more credit. James White, your boy, deserves more credit. Yes, Tom Brady, arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm never going to take that from him.
Yeah.
But I don't like this. Well, Tom Brady beat out Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady and the Patriots beat out Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the most team-oriented game out there is probably football. That's why there's 53 guys on a roster.
Okay.
So the Patriots won this game, not Tom Brady.
Okay. I have agreed to everything you just said, so I don't understand what the problem is. It's definitely a team sport. Definitely, Tom Brady's not out there beating everybody himself. But as the leader of the team, Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady beat Patrick Mahomes.
No, I don't agree with that statement.
You don't think so?
I don't agree with that statement.
The way the Patriots went out and executed their game plan was way more effective than what the Chiefs wanted to do and go out and execute what they wanted to do, because they couldn't. They couldn't execute what they prepared to go out, what they've been trying to do all year. Give the ball to Tyreek Hill. He had 1 catch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, give it to Travis Kelce. He had, I don't know, like
They had
40
3.
yards or something like that.
3 catches for like 40 yards. Yeah.
So the Patriots executed on way better levels. And definitely Tom Brady gets credit, but I think Bill Belichick,
Bill Belichick deserves a lot of credit.
Those two combined are like masterminds.
Which is why they're saying when Brady walks away, Belichick will walk away too. And I think he'd be smart too.
I don't think they like each other.
I don't think they do either.
You know, so I think when I think they want to, I think Belichick wants to separate himself from Tom Brady to say, like, you know, but Belichick's been winning before. You know, he
got fired from the Browns.
But he was killing it with Bill Parcells. You know, with the
Parcells was a great coach.
Yeah, but I think Bill Belichick helped him win those championships. I forgot what team they were playing on. That was
Any coach can be successful if they can find a system that works for them. The right quarterback, the right O-line, yada yada. Well, not anybody, right? But you got to be halfway decent. Belichick is a great coach. Plenty of good coaches have looked bad because you've put the wrong team around them, or they're coaching a bad team, or whatever it is. Belichick is great. I'm not taking that from him. What bothers me is this whole Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady crap. If it was like the Rams game when the Rams played the Chiefs and it was over 100 points scored, then I can see that. But this was a carefully planned out game on both ends. If anything, I give credit to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense for bringing them back in this game. 24 points in the fourth quarter to force overtime.
I think your problem, I think your issue that you have is that Patrick Mahomes didn't come away with the W.
No.
Yeah, I think that's.
I have to admire greatness. I have to admire greatness. And what the Patriots have done is great. 9 Super Bowl trips for Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that from him. You look at the broad picture.
Yeah.
9 Super Bowl trips. This is possibly going to be his 6th Super Bowl win. And that big broad picture is why I say Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Yeah.
In this game, when we keep showing Tom Brady spanking Patrick Mahomes,
against your boy,
to me that doesn't make sense. Brady did not play great. He did not play great.
Just admit that you're upset because your boy didn't come out on top.
To me that's okay. Because here's why I'm not upset. He's 23 years old.
You're clearly upset.
I'm not upset. He's 23 years old. If he plays as long as Brady, he'll have a couple of Super Bowls more than likely by the time he's 41.
Uh-huh.
Right?
And unfortunately, this is where I'm finally going to step in here and actually talk, and I'm going to lose a friend but gain another one. Where, you know what, you're right. It's not just Brady that did it, but if it's not Brady leading them, they wouldn't do what they do.
I agree,
So
and that's
you have to give Brady the credit for being, like Jamaal said, the mastermind behind it. He is the one that they listen to. He is the one that they are taking the lead from. So give the man the credit that he deserves.
I've always given Brady the credit that he's due, okay? Peyton Manning used to drive me nuts because if they lost, well, my O-line didn't do the job. The D didn't do their job.
he was.
And he sure took the glory if they won, okay? So that's where I didn't like Manning. Manning also had way more weapons than Brady, which is why he has all the records, but he doesn't have as many Super Bowls. Brady has done it with less, so Brady is better than Manning, right? This stuff that coming out last week, though, that Brady's saying in practice, I'm the baddest MFer alive, and all this other stuff. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not.
Yeah.
But even like I said, the way the media is portraying it is what bothers me. It's Brady. I'm not taking anything from Brady.
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't like the way it's portrayed.
Stop listening to the media then, man. That's what it comes down to.
But we are our own media. Yeah. So I'm trying to point out that I am tipping my hat to every single one of the Patriots, including Tom Brady.
Yes, let's do that.
Let me just say, we're all saying the same thing.
Yes.
And I'm just trying to put us on the same field.
Yes.
Okay.
Team effort.
Team effort. Good
Definitely.
job.
And
But
without the leader, Team Brady.
Absolutely.
Yes.
He's the captain of the team. He's the best quarterback in the NFL still.
yes.
So, you know,
And even
credit to
just
every single one of them.
his work ethic,
Absolutely.
is like bananas.
To stay in that kind of shape at 41 years old, to go out there and get to know your teammates on a regular basis. And where I really want to tip my hat to him was the other article I read, is as soon as he congratulated his teammates, he was looking for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
To, hey, man, you know, keep your head up. Whatever, who knows what we said to him. But you can imagine it was some encouragement for some young kid. Brady was 18 years old.
Did you say?
Get on my level, punk.
Get off my field.
But, you know, all I'm trying to say is, man, like, good job for the Patriots. I would have liked to see the Chiefs and Rams get a rematch, but we're going to have a hell of a Super Bowl in 2 weeks.
And to your credit, I think Patrick Mahomes is naturally more talented than Tom Brady.
We'll find out in 18 years.
Because
Because you got to look at it as a whole,
but,
right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, naturally, just right out the gate,
Yeah.
better than Tom Brady. But I think what sets Tom Brady apart is his work ethic, you know, his dedication to the game and what he's eating.
100%.
And also, too, his sacrifice to money. You know, like,
Yeah.
I know Patrick Mahomes probably won't marry a supermodel who gets
Right.
paid more, you know.
The richest supermodel in the world.
But that's why Tom Brady is able to get, you know, the Sonny Michels and the James Whites around
What did they
him.
say? He's making like around 14, 15 million a year, while you've got Kirk Cousins getting paid 28 million a year.
To throw interceptions.
Yeah. So you're right. Yeah, to get the talent that they need around him.
So to your boy's credit, if he can capitalize on like one or both of those things, if he can work his tail off and also like not be so, you know, contract driven, I think he will definitely surpass Brady as a goal.
Yeah, because having Andy Reid as a coach is not a bad thing. The guy's been to so many conference championships. It's not even funny. The guy is a quarterback whisperer. I actually don't think Donovan McNabb was 1/10 of the quarterback that we saw out there for so many years. But Andy Reid played to his talents, made him great. Andy Reid understands defense. Chiefs got to start playing defense. And then, like you said, if he wants to keep weapons like Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, we'll see if they get Kareem Hunt back. Obviously not likely. But if he wants that talent around him, he's going to have to figure out a way to say, I don't need to be the top paid quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah. So, but all that saying, definitely Tom Brady, the Patriots, Bill Belichick, James White, those guys executed their game plan. And like they're just the way they roll. You know, they go in there, they steamroll you. I was so pissed what they did to the Chargers.
Yeah,
but
that was hard to watch.
That was our own damn fault. Like,
Yeah,
we didn't play
100%.
no defense, And so even going into I was gonna do like this video, it was like, oh, here's my top bandwagon picks, but I was so pissed at I was so mad at Tom Brady. That's why I couldn't decide, because I'm like, man, I want Patrick Mahomes to destroy him, but at the same time, like, Tom Brady's not
you have to
going out.
admire greatness.
Yeah. So I was mad. It took me a little time to get over it. I'm over it now, but at the same time, they went out and they execute. Like I said, I was surprised it wasn't the same score as San Diego. The way they were steamed. The score was 14-0.
Yeah.
It felt like it was 40-0.
Well,
just the way they just sucked out the energy of that team.
One of the stats I should have pulled up is ball control in the first half. Yeah. I should have seen time of possession. I should have checked that out. I'm sure it was very lopsided.
Altogether, they had the ball for 8 minutes or something like that.
Wow.
In the first half.
So, like I said, I pulled up some numbers just to more point out, to not take something from Tom Brady, but to take something from the media, like I said, and the way that the fans carry it.
You want to make your boy look good.
No.
I get it.
Because where I got upset with Mahomes.
Just admit it, bro.
Mahomes threw 3 touchdowns, and I do think he brought them back.
Drumming his drum all
I do
year
think
long.
he brought them back. He brought them back, right? He made it. But he didn't do it by himself either.
He did.
If he doesn't have Tyreek Hill, Damian Williams looked good, considering he's with their 3rd string running back going into the season. So, they made a team effort. He's got one of the best offensive lines in football. He really does. Travis Kelce, arguably the best tight end besides Rob Gronkowski. So, he didn't do it by himself. And then again, the Chiefs' defense showed up.
They adjusted.
It was nice to see.
They adjusted after they got punched in the mouth a few times. Because at the beginning...
Who's the running back for the Patriots, the white guy? The one that we've been waiting to get back all season. Rex Burkhead. That 4th and inches conversion they tried to get, and the outside linebacker comes around and wraps his legs and pulls him down so he doesn't get the first down.
Yeah.
You haven't seen that kind of effort from the Chiefs defense all year, and they finally showed it.
The interception,
the interception. So, to me, thank God we had a great game. We had 2 great games. Whether you're a Saints fan, you feel like you lost the call, or you're a Chiefs fan, you both got more to look forward to. I do think Breeze comes back next year, makes him competitive, and you've got a long, glorious road ahead of you if you're a Chiefs fan.
Kinda. We even talk about if Tom Brady retires, because if Tom Brady retires, Phillip Rivers coming.
Hey man, he's 36. So
hey, he's coming for that chip, man.
I'm sorry, man.
That was a perfect video for Tom Brady's freaking Darth Vader, man. He's just killing everybody. So as soon as Darth Vader goes away, hopefully Phillip Rivers can get in there, and we can compete with Kansas City.
I agree.
So,
but the Chargers have a habit of beating the Falcons too. They can't make up their mind. They'll make almost no roster changes next year. And don't be surprised if they end up not making the playoffs. They haven't made that many changes from last year to this year. And look what a difference we've seen. Mm-hmm. But I think that's more coaching than anything. Because remember, what did they win? 9 games in a row last year and still miss the playoffs?
Yeah, because we had a
they were
terrible
good
start.
Last year. It was just dysfunctional.
Yeah.
So I hear what you're saying. I'm not saying the Chiefs are going to win 4 or 5 Super Bowls, because you can't predict that for anybody. But a long road of the Chiefs actually being successful, if they can build a team around Mahomes.
And then you have Ben Roethlisberger on a decline.
Absolutely.
You got Tom Brady on decline. So this is perfect. This is a perfect setup for Patrick Mahomes. He's just coming into the league and I
can't think of any other young quarterbacks that are going to compete with him in the next coming years.
At least getting to the Super Bowl. Winning the Super Bowl might be a different story, because I know Aaron Rodgers still young.
Still playing.
You still got Breeze probably going to play a couple more. So you still got some. I've been trying to say this word all day. Formative foes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, you still have some of those guys on the other side.
That's it, right? There's a lot of old guys that can still play.
Yeah, on the other
So you're right. But as far as young talent, if Mahomes plays in the league for 15 years, I think he's got a bright future. Because I'm not seeing anybody on his level right now that's his age.
Yeah. So you just put that hard work in, and don't be chasing contracts. Don't chasing contracts, sticking to the rivers.
And this is why we've missed Jamaal.
Gotta bring some context to the.
So,
conversation.
I know we're going to talk about this next week for the pre-Super Bowl show, but let's go ahead and do it, especially with Miguel here. We'll start with you, Jamaal. Who's your pick to win the Super Bowl? And what's your score? Give a score.
I would say Tom Brady. 17. Yeah. Tom Brady Patriots. And I'm going to go 17 Rams, 28 Patriots.
Okay, Jamaal says Pats 28-17.
Is that a legit score? What is 28? Like
4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns? Yeah, let's do that.
Miguel, who's your pick and what's the score?
We're gonna send this to Vegas to see if we win some money.
Right?
Right? Yeah.
We need some.
Hey, gambling's legal now. We
need
can do
some
this in
equipment
California
upgrades.
I have to go with the Patriots.
Yeah, you have to. I literally got a gun to your head. You have to.
I don't see anybody stopping them. Actually, I really don't. I don't see anybody even coming close to them. I don't know. As far as scores go,
Come on, man.
I'll call 21-14.
21-14. That's too close.
And you guys both think there's going to be a low-scoring game. I don't think we've seen one low-scoring game this playoffs. So, just to mix things up, part of me, like my heart says Rams, my head says Pats, but I'm going to go ahead and go with Rams just to mix it up. And I'm going to say 35-31.
35-31.
Yeah.
That's
Because
really close.
it's got to be more offense than 21-14 or 21-17 or 28-17. You said.
Probably, I'll give them 21. If anything.
You think it? Oh,
17,
okay.
yeah,
Like
'cause-
21-21, 28-21.
28-21.
Okay.
And then,
I think there's been so much offense
I'll
this
say
playoffs.
2 touchdowns for the Rams, 2 field goals.
Oh, so like 28-20.
yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right. I'll change your score. 28-20.
They for sure gonna kick some field goals with freaking
Greg Zerline. Yeah.
I'll do a little more
Zerlander.
studying and then I'll call
Hey,
you.
but how ironic would it be? Like I said, this run started against the Rams in 2002. Vinatieri hits the game-winning field goal. Patriots win their first Super Bowl. How ironic would it be if the Rams win 31-28, which is I think was the score. No, it was like 24-21. Either way, Greg Zerline kicks a game-winning field goal against the Patriots 17 years later. How ironic would that be?
That'll be super ironic.
That'd be pretty.
The
Pretty
only
cool.
way we're gonna get rid of Tom Brady is not letting him win, but
getting
seeing
him one
win,
more.
Yeah, seeing him win and saying goodbye. 'Cause
So if you're
I'm ready to
a
say goodbye.
Patriot hater, you need to root for them this year so we can get it over with.
Let's just get it over with.
Tie
Because
on top.
if he lose like they lost last year, he's gonna be right back in the same spot. And
True.
it's like, come on, man. I don't think he would have retired last year, but getting here again.
Okay, if Brady retires, how fast do the Patriots fall apart? Because Gronk said, if they trade me, I will not play for any other team than with Brady. I'll retire. And we talked about we don't know if Belichick's going to stay. How fast do the Patriots fall apart if he retires?
I don't think they fall apart. I think they're definitely a playoff team. Is
that because how bad the division is,
yeah,
though?
you got the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man.
Okay, what if the Jets get Antonio Brown? Because they're the favorites right now.
Antonio Brown's I wouldn't say a dumpster fire, but that dude is drama. Total
Yeah,
drama.
nobody wants that headache.
No,
But the Jets are saying they want him.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But they're definitely a playoff team.
Yeah.
As far as being effective and executing game plans like they did like yesterday,
Yeah.
it's not happening.
They're not going to be Super
No.
Bowl
They're
competitors.
gonna look like the Saints, maybe. You know, like they're good.
I don't even think they're going to be that good because who's their backup quarterback right now?
I don't know. It was
They traded away
just
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Guap.
They traded away who's the guy they traded to the Colts last year? The black quarterback.
I don't.
He
know.
was decent. He's not great, but I think he could have carried a decent Patriots offense. You know, so
I don't know.
I don't know.
They'll probably get somebody who's solid, won't make a lot of mistakes, and like I said, get
Trevor Lawrence.
Get him to the playoff. Trevor Lawrence is gonna play 4 years.
We're gonna have another 18 years of Patriot reign if they get Trevor Lawrence, man.
I don't know. We'll see. Man.
We'll see. It's a long road ahead.
Yeah.
And we're getting ahead of ourselves, but. Good show. I had fun. Thanks for coming on, Miguel. Thanks for letting us razz you.
I'm glad me and Miguel can talk you off the ledge. I'm gonna jump. If somebody don't give Pat Mahomes his credit,
Patrick Mahomes is your father.
I'm gonna jump right now. Somebody give him credit.
And I'm not a Chiefs fan by any stretch. I admire greatness.
Yeah, you like your guy, like I said. So we're not taking anything away from your guy, man. Your guy put in some work.
I look forward to seeing him succeed for many more years.
Yeah.
So, are you officially on that bandwagon? You think it's going to continue to happen?
We'll see. Just like everything else, man. We'll see. If anything, I want, here we go, San Diego. I want the Chargers to pick up somebody solid and be excited about that because it's like, sort of like how the Titans got Mariota.
No.
Well, when they first got him,
I'm
you were
done
excited,
with Mariota.
Right?
Yes.
When you first got, you were excited, right?
I was.
Yeah. So that's how I want to feel about this new.
But
guy
you wanted to be right. You want to actually get a good quarterback.
Well, yeah. Well, getting a quarterback and actually winning are two separate things.
I'm taking these headphones off because I sound drunk.
Yeah,
I keep over-talking myself.
It's a super delay, right?
Yeah, it's that thing we talked about messing with just to mess with ourselves, and I sound drunk because my audio is messed up, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is a delay.
There's a delay, so if I've not been drinking, it's way too early in the day. But it's my audio, I swear. It went out about halfway through the show. Anyway, it's been a good show. Patrick Mahomes, exciting future. I do think the Chargers have an exciting future. I do think Rivers still has something. I do think the Cowboys win the division again next year. If Tennessee wants to win their division, they're going to need to find an offensive coordinator that can play to Mariota's talents because they're obviously going to stick with him for. Knock it off. Knock it off.
No, they play music, right? That's where a lot of music comes from in Tennessee.
Music City.
Hey, I give it to you. Hey, we gave him a lot of. We dished it out.
We dished it out. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's why I love talking to Miguel, man, because he can dish it out and he can take it. So it's been a good show. Thanks for coming on. So I know I took over your intro to start the show today. You want to take us out?
What do you mean my intro? This the host. It said Jamaal and Nick, right?
That's right.
All right, man. I'm talking about guests. Got a few guests here, Jamaal. Nah, son.
Nah, son.
We got the host, and I'm the co-host, Nick Garcia.
I'm glad you could join us this week, Jamaal. Thanks for coming on the show.
After a month and a half.
It's been a busy January.
Hey, Jamaal, we should have you back.
Totally. No, we have a fun Super Bowl.
Absolutely. You guys, please tune in next week.
Yeah, we have a fun Super Bowl episode ready for you. Ready to smack you in the face like Tom Brady did. I'm kidding. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. This is Team Bandwagon.
Where it is okay to jump ship,
but not okay to lose.
Jump on Team Bandwagon and never lose again.
Hi, my name is Stefan Thomas, and I'm one of the co-creators of The Creative Extreme. The Creative Extreme is an entertainment company that produces all kinds of fun fictional content. We have created over 600 incredible characters and a multitude of stories starring these wonderful heroes and villains. If you take a look at our page, you'll see dozens of character images as well as panels from our digital comic strips. We're also producing videos and podcasts about our characters and stories. Additionally, we are working on content for animated shows, live action shows, novels, screenplays, and much, much more. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the cool t-shirts and apparel designs we've created with our characters. It truly is a fun, exciting thing we do here at the Creative Extreme. While we dream of having some huge company or angel investor infuse us with all the money we'd ever need to make all the amazing content for our readers and customers we could possibly imagine, we have decided not to sit and wait for said infusion. Instead, beginning in 2016, we have used our own resources to set our content creation in motion. The writing part is easy, as me and my writing partner Chris have ideas and stories for days. However, our artistic skills in other areas are not very refined at all. Because of that, we've conscripted and built a network of nearly 30 artists, graphic designers, musicians, editors, voice actors, audiovisual people, and more to bring our stories and characters to life. All of these amazing individuals work on commission and retainer, as we believe in paying people for their work. Up until this point, our day jobs, along with a small bit of merchandise sales, have allowed us to do what we do. But if we're gonna take the Creative Extreme to the next level of creativity, including more art, more comic strips, more sweet apparel, short films, and more, we're gonna need your help. Please consider becoming a monthly supporter of the Creative Extreme. Any amount would be incredibly helpful as we aim to create more and more content for you to read, watch, look at, listen to, wear, and experience. Remember, when you give to the Creative Extreme, you're also supporting a number of creative individuals who all have the same goal of entertaining and inspiring others. This is an amazing endeavor, if we do say so ourselves. If you need a little more motivation, check out our rewards page. We have t-shirts, hoodies, posters, and more for those who jump on board and give us a little extra fuel for our ascent. Thanks for taking some time to learn a little bit more about us. This is the Creative Extreme, where imagination without limitation is the only expectation.